everybody doing? My name is Lucas Henderson. Thank you for joining me today. These are my email do's, do nots, and nevers. Let's get into it. So, I interviewed my mom and my brother, and my mom is a part of Generation X, which is one of the older generations in the workforce, if not the oldest. And she's worked corporate positions for decades, including in investment funds, and now she's been a part of a prominent leadership position for a good while now, for some years. So she definitely has some opinions in this domain. And as for my brother, he's a millennial, and he's worked in a corporate position with heavy emphasis on email communication, and so much so that he actually has like little shortcuts on his keyboard to where it could auto-generate a message that he's thinking of saying, but it would just take longer to type it. So he definitely has domain in this area as well. And that's some pretty interesting answers. So email do's, starting with my mom. She says to communicate succinctly, give information to where you're helpful but not overwhelming. And then my brother says use Grammarly for every email you send. Email do nots, starting with my mom, do not take an informal approach with someone you don't have an established relationship with. They might take it as a sign of disrespect. And my brother says do not use emojis if you're emailing someone significantly older than you. Going into email nevers, never misspell a person's name, job title, or company. And then my brother simply ends it with never curse. So these are pretty interesting because it's clear to me that my mom and brother both have similar goals when communicating professionally. Like if we take a look at email do's, look at my mom's first sentence, communicate succinctly. And then my brother says, use Grammarly for every email you send. Grammarly is an application, like many of you know, that helps you communicate succinctly. It might shorten your messages a little bit, making it short and sweet, but it's just like a different tool to be able to communicate succinctly. And I'd say the main difference to reach these goals between my mom and my brother, even though they're very similar, is the use of digital technology. And I believe this comes down to a generational difference. This, in my opinion, shows a relatively stagnant set of expectations in the workforce across generations, but emphasizes the generational difference of approaching workplace matters. This was pretty fascinating to go through and interviewing both my mom and my brother, and I hope it gave you some clarity as to generational differences when emailing. So my name is Lucas Henderson. Thank you very much.